Welcome to my 5th lesson in my 5-part course, Intro to Bitcoin. Today I want to talk about what I believe is the best possible strategy to get started in Bitcoin, and what I also believe is the best long-term strategy for Bitcoin or any other investment, and I call that Hodl520. What is Hodl520? Hodl520 is a simple 3-step process. 1, buy $500 of Bitcoin. 2, move it to a secure wallet. And 3, make a commitment to hold it there for 20 years. Okay, and each of these steps are important, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about each of these steps as we go along in this course. Buying $500 of Bitcoin. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. As a matter of fact, it's easier than setting up a bank account. I recently set up a bank account and it took me an hour and a half to do so. I recently set up a new account to buy Bitcoin. It took me about 15 minutes. Most people that I work with, it takes them 30 minutes or less to get that started and set up and buying their first Bitcoin. You do that on an exchange, and I'll have links for you on the one-pager for this course that you can go to go to the exchange sites and set up an account to buy Bitcoin. After you go and set up your exchange account, you're going to want to connect your bank account to it. Most exchanges allow you to do this through using your internet banking or your online banking login. Some bank accounts are a little bit finicky about this. Some banks don't love third-party services for doing this, and they prefer that you would use your ACH transfer details. So that basically is the routing number for your bank, a specific number that identifies your bank and your bank account number. But most banks will let you use your online login credentials, your username and password, to log in and connect your account to the exchange so you can transfer money to buy Bitcoin. And then once you do that, it's a very simple step to buy your first Bitcoin. All right. Now, step 2, move your Bitcoin to a secure wallet. What's a secure wallet? Well, a wallet is a place that you hold Bitcoin in that you are in full control of. Nobody can take it away from you unless you give them your information, your keys, as they're called, your private keys that make you the owner of this wallet. And it's very easy to get set up with a wallet. Using a smartphone, you can download a wallet in less than a minute to your phone and get it set up. Now, important part of setting that up is to make your wallet secure, and you make your wallet secure by backing up the recovery seed phrase. So when you set up a wallet, you're going to get a phrase of 12, 18, or 24 words. Most of the time it's 12. These words can be used to recreate your wallet on another device. They can also be used to recreate your wallet on the same device if something happens to your app. Years from now, 20 years or more from now, you could use those same those same phrase of 12 or more words to recover your wallet to another device in the future. And after you've set that up and secured it, the next step for moving it over is to do a simple transfer and move your Bitcoin from the exchange to the wallet. In other videos, I'll go into more detail why this is so important. But for now, let me just say that just like banks fail, exchange account or Bitcoin exchange services also fail. You don't want to leave your money there. You want to move it to a place that will be safe on the Bitcoin network forever. That's why you want to move it to a wallet. There's many other reasons too. We'll go into those in other videos, but not today. Finally, holding the Bitcoin in your wallet for 20 years. Seems like a long time. It's not really that long of a time for most human beings. And it is very important that we think long-term as human beings and plan for our future and not just live for today. People that do that typically have tougher lives as they go along because they have not been planning for the future. So here's the steps to doing this. Make a personal commitment. Once you've bought the Bitcoin, once you moved it to your wallet, make a personal commitment to hold it for 20 years. tell yourself that this is going to be so valuable to you in 20 years, which by the way it is, and I have other videos that cover this as well, but it is tremendously valuable Bitcoin and is going to grow tremendously in value. It's just getting started. It's so important that if you are buying Bitcoin today, you hold it for 20 years or more, because there will be opportunities for you to make money off of your Bitcoin without ever having to sell it. And those things are developing now, and in 10 to 20 years, things are going to be well developed, and you are going to be so happy that you never sold your Bitcoin. It also makes the Bitcoin network stronger and more valuable. It's a positive feedback loop. We go into that at another time as well. But to start off, make this personal commitment to hold this for 20 years. It is so good for us to be future thinking and to delay gratification for the future and not spend all that we earn today on today. Commit it to writing. All right, write this down somewhere. Write it and make a little note to yourself on any a scratch piece of paper. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be something you're gonna frame. But if you want to write it on the napkin and frame it or hold it somewhere, and someday you can say, hey, this was the basis of my fortune. You frame your napkin. You can do that too. That's fine. And the third thing I would recommend that you do is that you share this commitment that you've made with other people. You could do that in conversation with your close friends, family, etc. You could do it on social media and say, hey guys, I just bought my first 500 Bitcoin. I'm holding it for 20 years. Let's see what this is going to do. Something like that. And if that is not your style to bring these things up, and really me personally, I only bring these things up when they come up naturally in conversation. I'm really not one of those people that goes around just telling everybody what I'm doing all the time. I'm a pretty private person, so I understand if you feel the same way. So then I would say, write it in your journal, or write it in a diary, write it some place down where you can see it from time to time, and maybe a note in your dresser, who knows, whatever works for you. And if you ever do get a chance to share it with someone, someone that you're close to, and just tell them what you're doing, do it. Tell them what you're doing, why you're doing it. Making that commitment and sharing it with others helps build a sense of accountability between us and the people we care about that will help us to follow through on this. So definitely make this commitment and do this. Now, why 20 years? So we talked a little bit about this, but Bitcoin is not just money. It is a scarce resource, perhaps the most scarce resource on the planet, all right? And it's an appreciating asset as well, because it is so scarce, because there's so little of it. It is an appreciating asset, which means it's something that you hold that will grow in value over time. We want to have things like this that we own, that we put our money that we earn today into such appreciating assets, because their value will grow over time and be worth more to us, or at least worth the same, but hopefully worth more to us in the future when we need to use this to live off of down the road. Another big thing, holding an investment for 20 years develops discipline and future thinking. This is so huge and so good for us to do this. There are two very powerful qualities actually of most successful people. They've developed this ability to say, this is what I want. Can't have it today, but I can figure out how to get it by acting today, by saving today, by making actions today that will pay off in the future. And that's why holding that is so important. It's such a good investment tool in general. So many fortunes have been made from simple people working simple jobs, putting their money away and holding it for long, not touching it for long periods of time, retiring millionaires working common, everyday, ordinary jobs, because they had this ability to defer your satisfaction of your needs till the future. Also, one other really important thing, holding Bitcoin for 20 years in a secure wallet creates a positive feedback loop in the Bitcoin system, in the network. What is a positive feedback loop? It's something that the more you do it, the more benefit it creates. It's like dominoes, like tipping off that first domino, then it next one, then 3, then 5, 7, and on and on and on. Same thing, this positive feedback loop by people buying and holding Bitcoin makes the scarcity go up. And as more people enter the system and demand increases and existing people want to buy more and demand increases, now you have a continually diminishing or decreasing supply of Bitcoin, and a continually increasing demand for that Bitcoin, it creates this positive feedback loop that does a few things. It makes Bitcoin more valuable. It makes people incentivized, paid, rewarded for participating in the Bitcoin network, which in turn makes the network more secure, which in turn increases the value of Bitcoin. And so now we're going again through this same cycle, this positive feedback loop. Okay, so that is the lesson for today. And I want to make a special offer to you now. I've developed a course, and for people that are just getting started in Bitcoin, I've made this course extremely inexpensive. It's my Hodl520 starter pack. There's going to be links for you to buy this in the one pager that's attached to this. In the emails, there's links to it as well that you can click on and go buy this pack. And here's what you get. It has everything you need to help you get started in Bitcoin. Or if you've already started in Bitcoin, it'll give you information that will definitely help you in terms of the guides and whatnot that are included, and I'll go over that in a second. But for people who understand the value and understand what I'm saying about this Hodl520 strategy and what it can do for us. Because I think I've done this myself. I encourage other people that have already bought Bitcoin to do the same thing, and that is to buy the 500, put it on its own wallet, and hold that for 20 years. It's a commitment, it's a token, it's a signal that you're part of this community, and we're delaying gratification today to make Bitcoin stronger, so it's better for us and everybody else who participates in it over the long run. So as part of this Hodl520 starter pack, you will get videos and cheat sheets that will walk you through every single step of setting up exchange accounts, buying Bitcoin, setting up a wallet, securing the wallet, transferring the Bitcoin to your wallet, and how to keep it safe for 20 years. So everything that you would need to know. It's a complete and total guide. And it also has some special tools included in it that will help you to secure your wallet. You'll see more when you buy the pack. It's something I don't get into because there's a need to keep some of these things safe and secret. But there's some excellent tools in there. One in particular is going to help you to secure your wallet that you'll be able to use. And then finally, there's some guides in there as well on investing in general and long-term investing in specific, and on how to also a tax guide that will teach you how to view your investments so that you pay little to no taxes on not just your Bitcoin, but on all your investments. And it's a simple, easy to understand guide. All the details are included in one single page at the end of it. And most people just don't understand this. Most people don't understand the tax benefits of being an investor. And I mean for the average everyday Joe, it's a great guide. As of right now, people that understand this are allowed to take up to $90,000 for a married couple of their profits on their investments that they sell, tax-free. Most people don't have no idea that this exists. And so this tax guide will help you understand how you need to act, what you need to do, when you need to do it in terms of selling and taking profit on your investments, so that you pay little to no taxes when you do it. And it makes it much easier for you down the road to live off of your investments, which is one of most people's main investing goals. So again, if you're interested in this Hodl520 starter pack, please find the links, click on it. Some great tools. They will help you to get started and get going in the right direction on your journey with Bitcoin and investing. And thank you for participating in this course with us. I really appreciate you taking your time to do this. And I hope that I have been able to give you valuable information. If you have any other questions, I would love for you to contact me. You can contact me on Twitter, you can contact me on Instagram, you can contact me through YouTube, all of them at Buck Blutarski. I'd love to hear your questions. If there's things that you thought were missing that you'd like to know more about, I would love to know what those are so that I can improve these courses, so I can answer your questions. If there was things that were confusing or otherwise, I would also like to know so that I can make this better. But thank you again for your time in this course, and thank you in advance for any feedback that you'll give me. I would really appreciate it.